Hi friends, I'm Suchitra Kalyan Mohanty from the New Indian Express newspaper in New Delhi. I cover Supreme Court. Today is a great day in the Supreme Court. Let me tell you why. Because the Supreme Court in its order today has stayed the recently notified January 23 notification and stayed the order. So let us analyze what is this January 23 notification of UGC all about and why did the Supreme Court stay the order? And what could be the significance and implications of this stay? This is an interim order and court said that we will hear the case in detailed manner in March and issued notice to the Union of India, University Grants Commission, that is UGC, and said we will examine the matter thoroughly. So let us see what is this case all about. The matter, UGC matter, started at around 12:30 p.m. in the Supreme Court, court number 1, which is the courtroom of Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant. Packed courtroom, litigants, lawyers, and everybody was packed. And at 1:10, the Supreme Court suddenly stayed the order of the UGC. The Supreme Court stayed the University Grants Commission's order of notification of January 23 till March 19. After hearing the batch of pleas challenging the Commission's controversial order, the new promotion of equity in higher education regulations 2026 has refined measures to tackle caste-based discrimination in campuses by restricting grievances mechanism for SC, ST and OBC categories. The 2026 regulation, what amounts to caste-based discrimination shall be kept in abeyance, the court has said. The court, led by Justice Surya Kant, has said this order of UGC have tremendous adverse impact on the society. It can divide the society. The court also, comprising of Justice Bagchi, passed the order, noting that we will hear the matter in a detailed manner and issued notice to the Union of India and University Grants Commission and said we will hear the matter in March. In the strong remarks during the hearing, the Chief Justice questioned Solicitor Tushar Mehta that asking whether the country was becoming regressive, whatever we have gained in terms of achieving a casteless society, we are now going backwards, it observed, referring to the provisions in the new regulations that contemplate separate hostels for different castes. The court said, for God's sake, don't do this. We are all used to stay together. Please do that. The Apex Court also issued notices to the Union Government and the UGC, other respondents, and directing them to file their detailed responses by March 19, the next date of hearing in the case. It's an interim order. The court said we will hear the matter in the detailed manner after UGC and the Union of India respectively filed their detailed response in the court. The court also observed that how should society grow? How will people behave outside campus if you create this kind of atmosphere? These issues require careful thought, the court said. The bench also stated that prima facie, the language of the regulations of UGC, that is complete vagueness, capable of misuse. Some expert may be advised for some kind of modulation on this. Questioning why at this time the UGC brought this regulation of 31C when regulation 31E was already there. The court said we are looking to create a free and equitable atmosphere in universities. We find no reason why when 3C is subsisting, as how does the 3C become relevant now? The petitions before the top court allege that the UGC has adopted a non-inclusive definition of caste-based discrimination and excluded certain categories from institutional protection. Several pleas challenge the regulation for excluding general category students from the grievances redressal mechanism. One petition filed by one lawyer, Binit Jindal, sought an appropriate direction restraining the Union of India and the UGC from enforcing this regulation 3C of the 2026 regulation. As the UGC notification denied grievances, redressal and institutional protection to persons belonging to the SC, ST and other categories. Jindal further sought direction to ensure that equal opportunity to centers, equal helplines, inquiry mechanisms should be there under the regulations. The UGC had notified the regulations on January this year, superseding the promotion of equity in higher education institution regulation 2012. While the stated objective of the new regulation is to foster equity, inclusion, and a discrimination-free academic environment, Jindal argued that the framework is constitutionally flawed. He contended that the denial of access to grievance redressal mechanism based on caste identity amounts to impermissible state discrimination and violates fundamental rights guaranteed under Article 14, 15(1) and other sections of the Constitution. A similar petition was also filed in the top court on January 24th, seeking a declaration that Regulation 3C of the regulation is unconstitutional, discriminatory, arbitrary, and illegal, and violative of Article 14, 15(1), 19, and other sections. And let me tell you that when Supreme Court passes this order, there is a huge happiness among the litigants, among the lawyers, and among the students who really challenge this UGC notification in the Supreme Court. The petition further sought a declaration that denial of grievances redressal mechanism on the basis of caste identity violates Article 14, 15(1), and 21 of the Constitution. So the Supreme Court today, in its interim order, has stayed the UGC notification and said we will hear it in a detailed manner. Thank you very much, friends, for watching my video. Thank you very much.